Hey y'all, it's Taryn. It is Sunday, November 4th. Welcome. I hope y'all have had a good, again, 2 weeks. What the heck? I'm not very good at this weekly thing lately. Seriously. But in my defense, last week we went to the Renaissance Festival on Sunday. It's several hours away, so we had to leave the house at like 6 in the morning. So, no video, sorry. I know y'all were crushed. Anyway, yeah, we went to the Renaissance Festival last weekend with the kids on Sunday. Abigail was off, so she met us there, and then she came home for a few days. Dax and I were laughing because our kids left to come home before we did last weekend. How pathetic is that? Our kids can't even party like their parents. Come on. Because we're party animals. Yeah. We go to the Renaissance Festival because we love to people watch, and we eat our way through the festival foods. Really, that's it. Okay, the eating is really the bulk of it. I mean, seriously. Funnel cakes and everything on a stick. Last weekend I had steak on a stick. They have big slices of cheesecake that have been dipped in chocolate that are on a stick. Yes, yes. Look, you can tell I'm naming all of the really crappy for you junk foods. Funnel cake, cheesecake, ice cream sandwiches that are made with actual chocolate chip cookies. Yes, please. But yesterday we did have a pretty good gyro, and we had an excellent hamburger. Bloomin' onions. I think the kids had fried shrimp and chips last weekend. So mostly we go and binge eat while we watch people who... The drunker they get, the better the watching is. That's really the long and the short of it. There are a couple of places where you can go sit that are prime people watching because they're very near the bars. Yeah, that's the best. But anyway, Dax and I went again yesterday, which Saturday's way better than Sundays. And then afterwards we went and met his mom and dad and an aunt and uncle that are doing a driving trip from Portland. They're stopping and visiting people, so we met them for dinner afterwards. Yes, we met people for dinner after we had been eating all day. But sometimes you have to suffer through and do what you got to do. That's just how it goes. So we've been doing that. Work has not been as horrible as it was. Like, you know, some nights we actually even leave on time. So that's kind of been awesome. But then I have to come home and cook dinner, so really what difference does it make, right? What else? Oh, whatever horrible thing was going on under my tongue is healed and gone. I had to go get the mold made for the actual tooth for the implant. I went and did that a week or so ago. I don't remember. When they do that, they put this rod in there that they put the mold stuff around and everything so that they can get a good mold of everything. And I'm guessing that the implant actually goes on that rod that they put in there. Well, when they put it on, it sticks up about this far in your mouth, and you can't close your mouth. You have to hold your mouth open as long as they're doing this. Well, the tech got everything done, and she goes to let the doctor know she's ready for him. Well, he's in a surgery that he's not quite through with. He's just got a few more minutes. Well, those few more minutes were at least 5 minutes. before he came in there that I'm having to sit there with my mouth hanging open. And then he came in, they put all the goop on there to do the mold. It takes 5 minutes to dry. So I had to sit there. You can't close your mouth even a little bit. It's crazy, y'all. And then, a couple of days later, I bought some new lipstick. This is all we can figure out. Lipstick, and it's, you know, the kind where you put on the lipstick and then you put on that polyurethane gloss finish stuff so that it keeps your lipstick on all day. I had an allergic reaction to the gloss because the lipstick seemed to protect my lips. They weren't a problem. But the inside of my lips and the end of my tongue all broke out with blisters and got all raw and everything. It was awful. And that's all we can think of. I mean, I'm pretty discriminating about where I put my mouth. I'm pretty aware of where it goes, where it's been, what's going in it. I really don't think there are any times that I was unaware of where my mouth was. So that's really all I can figure. It's so stupid, y'all. It is just so stupid. I swear. Dex keeps going, what is the deal with your mouth? I don't know. I don't know. So anyway, that's all healed now and gone. So thank goodness. Hopefully we're done with that crap. Let's see. What else fun is happening around here? My washer broke again. I think the part came in yesterday. I haven't opened the box, but I'm pretty sure that's what is in there. So guess what I'm doing today? Hooray. So, anyway, in all this time, I did get some stitching done. Some. I've been really lazy. I've spent a few nights watching more Hallmark movies than stitching, which I should be doing both at the same time. But sometimes I'm lazy like that. I worked just a tiny, tiny bit on this piece, Fall Welcome by Diane Arthurs, from Imaginating Ink. So this is where I am. I know, can you tell it's a huge difference? This right here, you can barely even see it. The white gourd, that's what I've worked on. At this rate, this should be done in about 30 years. The way I'm speeding along. Last weekend when we were on the way to the Renaissance Festival, because I had been out here one morning and worked on this one, the Joyful from the Little Sheep Virtues from Little House Needleworks, and Joyfulness. And look, I got it done. I had gotten in one morning so much. I had gotten so close. The sheep was all I had left. And mostly I had about half of the little star there, a snowflake, I guess it should be. I had about half of it done. So I took this with me when we were going, because it's like 3 hours away. So I knew I'd be in the car, and I got this finished, and I was so excited. It has other snowflakes that are on there, but the buttons I'm using, they're snowflake buttons, but they're bigger than the ones that would come with the kit. So I figured they're probably going to be enough not to add the other little snowflakes in. So anyway, I was pretty excited to get that finished. I have got to get my Stitch from Stash stuff together so I can count up my finishes and see what I spent. And see if I even broke even for October. I don't know. It's going to be close. Okay, I worked, I don't remember where I was, and if I was a good floss tuber, I would watch my last one and see what I did and what I said, but Every Bird Welcome. In this one, we are doing a stitch along. The hashtag on Instagram is It's Not a Race SAL, or Not a Race SAL, because it's not a race. And I have proof that it's not a race, because look at where I am. I think last time maybe I hadn't finished outlining or backstitching around everything on the E. I really don't remember, folks. But if I hadn't, then I finished that. And my my W here, you can see I'm just starting it. I did twice as much as that, but I had it in the wrong spot. I was off by two stitches, so I had to move it, pull it out, rip it. I had to frog it and move it over, and so I really did twice as much as that. I don't know, does the pulling out count? Is that like I did it three times as much work? It really doesn't matter, because that's how much is there. It would just be to make me feel better. Okay. Linen and threads. Oops. I was thinking, is that the right way? No, that's upside down. This is where we are. Oh, can I even get far enough back anymore to get the whole thing? And I did not get a ton done. I took this one to work on yesterday. This is the October band right here. This part I only had halfway done last time, so I finished this and started that. These things are deceptive. There is a lot of stitching getting that filled in. And I have this little bit here. I usually come down and do those if I'm finished a motif and I'm getting close to the end of the floss. Instead of starting the next motif, I'll come down here and fill in a little bit. And then there's just that little bit on December. So I really need to buckle down, because I do not want to go into next year with that undone. But if I don't do it, I'm gonna. And then I put in my hour, well, each week, I guess, on this one, Cottage Quilts by the Creative Circle. I'm proud to announce that I have enabled someone else to go and buy the pattern. I don't know if I said that last week, but I enjoy enabling people. I don't want to be the only one. And I'm an instigator. I may not be a rebel and I may not be a bad person, but I am an instigator. So there's that. The last time I had worked down here on these geese, who are still eyeless, bless their hearts. And there's still another goose that comes along right here. And I had thought about continuing on over here and getting that goose, or coming up and getting the outline of the tree and finishing that stuff. But I decided that I was tired of working on this end of the pattern. So I came down here and started on this other quilt instead. So that's where it is. I think this is the last quilt. And then after that is that cabin, the little house. So, I mean, it's coming along. It's coming along. And who knows what I'll do this week, because the hoop is off. So who knows where I'll put it back. I'm looking. I think that's everything. I think that's everything I worked on. I think. Cross-stitch wise. I did work on my diamond painting piece a little bit more. You can tell I'm kind of working at an angle. There are some random beads in other places, like I think right here on the truck or some, but mostly it goes across. And the leaves are filled in this. I'm sorry for all that noise. I was looking, the Hello Fall is all filled in. You can see where the black is not right here. So I just kind of, I go down, and some of them where there's all this, the black gets pushed out a little bit, but I'm enjoying it. Like I said before, it's not going to be done in time to be out this fall at all, but that's okay. I don't mind. I was going to show you something, and I don't remember what it was. Okay, I guess it doesn't matter. I made this little pumpkin. It is made with jute, some stuffing, and a sleeve from a sweater. It's an old sweater that got a hole in it or something, and it's been out here for me to do something with. And ta-da, here it is. This, where you pull it all together, the sweater, because you pull it together and you turn it inside out. You put that where it's pulled together on the inside, and then this, when you pull it all together, you can see. I can get my jute to keep that hidden. Every time it moves, it exposes it. But that's what you use to make the stem on the pumpkin, is what's left when you pull it all together. I have this sweater that I've been hanging on to because I like the pattern of it, that I'm going to make another one with. And like that one is just the, like I said, that was from a piece of sleeve, so there's really, you don't even really have to work at making it round, it already is. Also, I bought, hooray, I knocked one on the floor. These things at Hobby Lobby. See, like it makes like a little tassel or something with ribbon. This one was 99 cents, and this one was $1.24 on clearance because it has more stuff. But do you see it has pieces of ribbon, pieces of lace. I'll open this one up. Little strips of fabric of different kinds. There are several little fabric strips in here. Here's some lace. And here's little pom-poms, things, tassels. But look, I mean, it's a significant amount. It's not just, you know, a 3-inch piece or whatever. So I thought, those are great for smalls. The lace, you can use the little strips of fabric to frame the edges if you want to, or whatever. So that was pretty awesome. So I got those. And then I ordered, or I won on Listia a couple of cross-stitch books. So I got this one, which is several different, and actually there are about 5 more I could have gotten, but I forgot until these were the only 2 that I had been watching that were left. But this one has all kinds of different Christmas things in it. I don't know that here's a bunch of tiny little stockings for ornaments. I don't know that there's anything, I haven't really looked through this one to see if there's anything I'll actually make. I thought those were kind of cute. But it's got quite a bit of stuff in it. So that one's cute. So I don't know. I mean, it's off Listy, a few credits. It's worth it. And then I got this one. It's a leisure art book. And it has a whole bunch of Santa patterns in it. Now, I also, it hasn't come in yet, won a listing for a cross-stitch magazine. I don't remember which one. And I realized this one is on the front of that magazine. At first I panicked. I was like, oh my God, did I just buy the same thing twice? But I did not. Like, that's never happened, right? Like, End of the World, I bought the same thing twice. This one was pretty neat looking. But I didn't. But as I flipped through this, I realized that there are probably several patterns in here that I actually have, because I have the magazines that they came in. I liked this one with him in green. I thought that was nice for something a little bit different. And besides, I love those old world Santas. I thought this one was pretty nice. Maybe I should give a shot at making it. Ah, just kidding. Already making it. But there are quite a few in here. See, I may have this pattern already. I'm not sure. This one's pretty cute. So, I thought that was pretty good. Those two books off of Listia. Like I said, a few credits and you're done. I got this in. Nothing fancy, but it's a little box. I thought that was cute. Pretty sure I can do something with it. Again, I think that was Listia. Yeah, I can't keep up. Because I don't want to. That's the truth of the matter. I don't want to keep up. Dax and I are trying to decide right now about our conference in November, whether we're going to go. Usually it's at the same time as the radio, which we love, the National Finals Radio in Las Vegas. We love to go out there during radio time. We don't usually actually go to the rodeo. I bought tickets one year and we did go. It is a nightmare crowd of people getting in and out, and it's a big thing in Las Vegas when it's going on. So you can go watch the rodeo in like any bar in the place and watch it on the big screen, and you don't have to deal with that. And we kind of like the atmosphere that's going on during rodeo time. And usually our conference and rodeo are at the same time. This year they are not. So now we're trying to decide what to do. Do we want to go out there for the conference? It has been worse and worse over the years. Really education-wise, because it's, 2,000 people, they skip over some really important stuff. So we don't know if we want to spend the money on that or if we want to just go to the rodeo. It's actually cheaper if we just go to the rodeo, which blows my mind. But now we have to decide. It's a tough call. The rodeo's it starts a week later than the conference, which gets us a week closer to Christmas. So I don't want to add the stress here, getting ready for Christmas and year end, and adulting is stupid. It is. It is. Speaking of adulting is stupid, in this week's edition, it is absolutely wrong. I got a new chair for my desk at the office. My God, I love that chair. And it is so stupid. You shouldn't love a desk chair that much. Kids don't love desk chairs that much. Young people don't. Adulting people love desk chairs. And it's stupid. Seriously. Like last year, I got so excited when I got a new calculator. Man, that's just wrong. It's just wrong, I'm telling you. Anyway, Dina had asked about the kittens. The kittens are doing good, Dina. The kittens are out of control. They are. Oh my God. Especially Bartholomew. He plays hard. When he plays hard. The other day, I don't know what got into him. He was doing laps. And where our kitchen is, it's one big room. He was running circles, bouncing off the walls, and I mean that literally. He would run, and instead of turning to avoid the wall, he'd jump up and bounce off the wall and, you know, bounce back to go the other direction. He did that on the refrigerator in the kitchen. He's insane. But on the other side of that, when they're not playing, which is why they get locked out of our room at night, because they would do that across the bed. They're the snuggliest, most loving kittens I've ever been around in my life. They just want to be around you, and I think it's how he keeps me from killing him. He gets all lovey and cute after he does something bad. So, how do you fight that, right? But they are doing good. Maybe one time I'll record in the house and see if I can capture them and show them again. So anyway, also I was playing around. I had a piece of fabric that was like a mint green. Actually, I think I had a couple of them. And kind of like this one for my Every Bird Welcome. This used to be a pastel yellow. And I wanted yellow for this, but I didn't want it quite so bright. So I coffee dyed it. Which really kind of makes it look almost a mustardy color. But when I coffee dyed this, I used instant espresso in hot water, and I stuck that in there and for a little while, and I let it soak in what I wanted, and then I rinsed it and let it dry. I rinsed it again after it dried, so I'm pretty sure that this is color fast. But at the same time I did that, I had one of the mint green ones. I think I was watching a video, I'm still way behind, and Jock's girl had bought some stuff at her thrift shop, and one of them was the mint green fabric. And she didn't know what she would do with mint green, so here's you an idea. Like I said, I coffee dyed that. I coffee dyed a mint green at the same time. But when it dried, I had laid it over the middle of the sink, you know, the separation. And so there was like one line that got really dark in it, and it wouldn't wash out. I didn't like that. So, I decided to, I'd thrown it aside. And then I decided, you know what difference does it make if I ruin it? I'm going to try something else. So I dyed it with some pearl gray, maybe dove gray. I don't know, but I came out with this. And there are places where you can just barely see some of the green coming through. But even the green isn't that really light green because of the coffee dye before. So, let me see if I have something that I can put behind it that's like white where you can maybe see it better. Yeah. So I'm really happy with how it came out. Because like I said, the green's not really a bright green coming through that gray because of the coffee dye. So anyway, there you go. There's more options. And like I said, what difference did it make? If I didn't like the fabric before, if I dyed it and I made it look even worse, I wasn't losing anything, you know what I mean? So, I've been playing around with that. I bought some stuff to see if I can dye some chenille trim. Man, words aren't working for me today, y'all. I'm sorry. This one that I had done before, Let me look and see. Yeah, it's a Lizzie Kate pattern. But I did the little pillow. This is just a little piece of flannel. It's from, I think I had a charm pack with 5-inch squares, I think, that came out of. But I liked it with the leaves. And I really want kind of I want a green about this color, kind of an olive green chenille to go around it. I've put other things around it and I just didn't like them. I really want chenille and I can't find it in the green. So they didn't have the green dye, but I bought some that I'm going to see if I can get, like this orangey color, pumpkin-y color. Although I probably still won't use it because I really want the green, but I'm going to try dyeing that. I should probably find some gloves before I do it. Yesterday when we were on the way to the Renaissance Festival, we stopped at Buc-ee's. For those of you who are not in Texas, they may have one in Florida now. I heard they were building one in Florida. Buc-ee's is like the ultimate gas station. I know the one near us has over 50 gas pumps out front. But the Buc-ee's gas station inside, you can freaking buy furniture in there. I'm not even kidding. It sells everything. You can buy shirts, shoes, furniture, beach equipment, barbecue pits, feeder corn if you're a deer hunter. You can buy everything in Buc-ee's. Well, I went in there. We stopped because Buc-ee's also has the cleanest bathrooms in the world. That's how the whole gas station chain got started, is the guy who started it was on vacation with his family, a driving vacation, and had trouble finding clean bathrooms that they could stop at. That was his whole impetus for getting Buc-ee's started, was that their bathrooms would be clean. And they are. They always are. But we stopped on our way yesterday to get something to drink. And in their, with the fountain drinks, they have little things for, you can choose a flavor. And I was putting cherry in mine. And I had my cup under it like this. And I pushed the button. And instead of coming out on the cup, it came out and it came out way in front. It hit the edge of the cup, hit my hand. It went cherry red juice all over my hand, all down my hand, all on the counter in front of me. I made the biggest mess ever. There was a guy getting a drink next to me who just kept staring at me like, you freaking idiot. But that red, man, did it ever, it dyed my hand all day yesterday. I washed my hands about 100 times yesterday. And it took until this morning for it to all actually come off. It's ridiculous. Maybe I should try that sometime as a dye. Cherry juice. I tell you what, nobody can go into a gas station to get a fountain drink and make a mess like I can. But I cleaned up my mess. I did not leave it for the other people. Anyway, that's why Dax loves to travel with me, y'all. I'm always fun. Okay, I think that's it. I don't think I've gotten anything else new. I don't think. Let's see, I told you about this email. Oh, I did do one thing. I think I did. Oh. Hold on. I forgot. I made some new needle minders out of little buttons. How cute are those, people? Seriously, look at that. How cute is that? Now I need to get Disney stuff made. I guess this means I'm going to have to get some Disney patterns, right? I have one. I don't even remember what's on that. This one, I think it might be my favorite. It's that typical Mickey pose. But I also made this one from a different package of buttons. Little cup of hot cocoa. And I made that because I don't know if anybody else thinks the way I think. But it's quite possible that I could justify things by making a needle minder and then needing the pattern to go with it, right? Like I just said, I have these Mickey needle minders. Now I need some Disney. Does anybody else justify things that way? Because I do it all the time. So this one is, I don't know if you can see the little handle. If you can see the little handle on the mug or not. There we go. It is so cute. Like I said, it's just from a button. Heather at Confetti Stitches is doing one. It came off of Etsy. It's called Winter in a Cup, I think. Winter in a Cup. I think that's the name of it. I don't know, but I love it. I haven't ordered the pattern yet because I'm so Stitch from Stash. I'm so upside down, I feel, because I haven't put everything together. So I haven't ordered the pattern yet, but I've got my needle minder ready for when I do. Please tell me I'm not the only one who does this. Okay, it doesn't matter if I am the only one. I'll still do it. Doesn't matter. Anyway. Okay, I really think that's it. I think that's it. I've rambled, talked gibberish and nonsense, I'm sure. And I need to make another pumpkin. I need to take down, I only put up like 3 Halloween things, but I need to take those down. A lot of it, though, is stuff that can go from Halloween through fall because, you know, like this little pumpkin was out. So, we'll see. I'm going to try making another one today, I think. Anyway, I hope y'all have a great week. Hopefully, I will be back again. I do not think we're going to make the drive over to the Renaissance Festival again before it ends. Twice this year. If we went again next weekend, then Dax and Wyatt have drill the weekend after that. That would put him driving over to that area every week for like the last month and a half. And quite frankly, I want a weekend to sit at home and do nothing. That would be awesome. Like I said, it's Hallmark movie season. So, anyway, thank you all for coming by. Thank you for your comments. I absolutely suck at answering them, responding. I will get on to try to do it. For some reason, if I do it on my phone, only half of them seem to show up. So I will get on with the computer and start to do it, and I always get interrupted, and then I forget what I'm doing. Sometimes I forget when I'm not being interrupted. But regardless, I appreciate it. I really, really do. I hope everyone has the most wonderful of weeks. And again, thank you for the comments, the likes, the subscriptions. I welcome you if you're new. Thank you if you stuck around till the end of the video. Like I said, I know I've been rambling. Jeez. And y'all just have a wonderful week. And we will see you here next time. Thanks, y'all. Bye.